Hi everybody and welcome to Josiah is Right. So I want to start by saying Iron Fist isn't terrible.
No. It's not true. That's impossible. No.
However, it's not Jessica Jones, it's no Luke Cage, and it certainly isn't Daredevil. Iron Fist doesn't warrant his own show because Iron Fist can't carry his own comic book. In short, Iron Fist is a sidekick, and in the comic, the dude's been around, teaming up with Luke Cage and being second fiddle to Namor, who himself, while a headliner when he shows up to raise hell in the Fantastic Four and hang out with the X-Men in the retcon World's First Mutant thing, he also can't carry his own comic book. Two guys who are best when foils to other characters.
Did you break in?
It's a bit long in the tooth seeing rich white people fight for a company at times they seem to really care about and other times don't care about so much and have a private jet that can take them to China and they just take that for granted. Part of what made the other shows great is they are all poor. That's the ethos of the original Spider-Man. That's what made him great. And why in his movies, even the bad ones, they work on that level. He's struggling to get through the day while fighting Electro.
Hey, how you doing? It's you.
As to the accusations of racism, as a white male in a largely Asian world, and both in terms of my community and my wife's family, I personally don't see it. But I can see how other people could see it. My wife Judy, she doesn't see it either. But we see how other people could see it, so I guess in a way we both actually do see it. You could solve the problem by casting an Asian actor as Danny Rand. Why not? It's not like Iron Fist is so beloved that people will make an uproar like Johnny Storm being black, which I thought was actually probably the best part of that movie, Johnny Storm. But anyway, totally digressing there. Point being here, you could have cast Danny Rand in a different way. Maybe a half Asian actor. Penny might like that. Casting a half Asian actor would also present the most opportunity for story development. You have someone who is essentially between two cultures. It gives a dynamic. You're from two different cultures, an American culture and an Asian culture. Having that person be half Asian might enhance that. So that's a potential way you could sort of please people and actually enhance your storytelling opportunities. All that said, maybe cultural appropriation isn't a big deal here, but white privilege certainly is. It's the thing that kind of annoys me about Iron Man. He's a rich white dude, but he's played by Robert Downey Jr., so he's charming and wonderful all at once, even though he's a total jerk, so it works. However, I did enjoy seeing the corporate side of the Marvel TV world. It's a side we just hadn't seen before because everything kind of been so focused on street-level grit and grime. You just kind of watch rich white kids fighting for the family's company, which kind of wears thin after a certain point. Again, I enjoyed it for a bit, but it killed a lot of episodes for me. Aspects of it work, such as Danny wanting to reclaim his name, but at one point he literally takes a private jet to China, seemingly forgetting that 2 seconds ago he was sleeping under a tree in Central Park. The real issues with the show aren't those sort of big social issues, though those do matter and are worth talking about. The real problems are things like an uninteresting series of villains, which in turn makes the hand boring, when in doing so they're also trying hard to make the hand interesting and it just falls flat. Sort of the question, is the thing you thought was evil really evil, or is the thing you thought was good really evil? Great concepts, but it really doesn't land. All the other Marvel shows really build and build and build, drawing you to a climax that you really want to see. This show, it just doesn't have that effect. It just kind of, you're waiting for it to end, largely because you're excited to then maybe go see Danny Rand and Iron Fist as part of the Defenders. The biggest single problem is that it just is not as good as the other Marvel TV shows, a victim of its own success. I personally like Daredevil best, but you could argue that the other shows each got better, taking a step up or a step in a new and interesting direction with each episode, dealing with different issues along the way while still being a comic book show. This all returns me to my first point. Iron Fist is an awesome sidekick. I focused heavily on the bad here, but there were things that I liked. Those things, the fist glow itself is awesome, a strong Asian female character, are enough to make me look forward to Danny Rand joining the Defenders, and maybe showing up in Luke Cage Season 2? Heroes for Hire, perhaps? So tell me, what are you looking forward to with Marvel TV in general? Most TV today is very character-driven. Things develop and it's really great. And that's what's great about Marvel itself. It's all about character development and really in-depth explorations of characters. It's what some could argue make it better than the movies. Sure, the budgets aren't there and other restrictions are limited, but it's pure character development, and that's what I love about it, while still being comic book action and sort of silly in some ways, just enough of that. But again, share your thoughts. What are you looking forward to with Marvel TV? Also, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. I post a new video every Sunday and Thursday, so check those out. Be sure to subscribe so you'll know when they're coming. Thank you so much. I love Marvel television, and I hope you love me. At least like me. Just a little bit. Is that cool? Am I coming off a little desperate? Thanks for watching.